finding time to be with us this morning. As the election day nears, you are aware there are many timelines that we must adhere to. Yesterday we had the momentous occasion of signing into the Azimio coalition agreement, which we were able to lodge later in the day with the Register of Political Parties. And as we said yesterday, it is good to again acknowledge the enormous amount of work, focus and vision that has been given to us or shown to us by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, who is also our party leader. We want to thank him for that leadership, that we now have a document that brings together over 27 parties, and that also makes it easier for us in Azimio to continue now with a secretariat to ensure that we have our campaign rallies that will involve all the 27 parties. And as part of it also, there are the other timelines that we must meet as a party, including the ensuring that we are prepared for the nominations. We are aware of the dates that we are being given from time to time by the Register of Political Parties. And those are the activities that keep us meeting. This morning we met as the management team of Jubilee. And among many other issues that we discussed, what was on the table was also the concern that we now have of the political intolerance that we now seem to be getting into. The incidents that happened yesterday, where the chopper of the former Prime Minister was stoned by those aspiring at other tickets, and especially UDA, is a thing that we must condemn. And we urge that the leadership of UDA make sure that that does not find root in our campaigning. We know how damaging it has been to us in the past as a country. It was similar incidences that eventually led to a loss of more than 1,333 people in 2008. And we ask that they rein on their followers, on their aspirants, so that those kind of incidences are not experienced again. Of similar concern also is the kind of insults that we see again coming from the similar corner. Unnecessarily insults, words that have never been heard before. People are finding it very easy to insult people without even bothering about their age or even any other faith. You see people insulting one another unnecessarily. So it is important that we exercise political tolerance. And finally, let me say something about we also had an opportunity to consider the ruling of BBI, and we want again to applaud and thank the former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga. It is their coming together with the President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, that BBI was initiated. We know what BBI stood for. It stood for more resources to mashinani. It stood for ensuring that the issue of CDF is in the constitution. It stood for ensuring that there is a ward fund that was also being put in the constitution, ensuring that we have a tax break for the young people. It was a document that was talking about inclusivity, a document that was fostering the unity of this country, a document that talked about the need to ensure that we are on a platform of shared resources, a document that was addressing the form of government that we have today, and whether it is serving as well. And the conclusion was that we need to again revert to the old system of governance, where we had members of parliament forming the executive, that mixed governance structure which serves Kenyans better. That is what BBI stood for. That is what Raila Odinga believed in together with our president, and that is a document that is being fought by UDA. William Ruto is on record as having celebrated the ruling by the courts, but I want to invite him to read the ruling a little more closely, because unlike what the High Court and the Court of Appeal had done, trying to say that we have no responsibility in ensuring that the document serves Kenyans better, what the ruling by the Supreme Court did was actually to clear that pathway. We now can be able to address the issues that we addressed. It may take us a little longer, but the courts have said clearly that it is within the mandate of responsible leaders to look at any shortcomings within the Constitution and address it from time to time. BBI is heading in that direction, and we as Jubilee and as proponents of BBI are celebrating the ruling that came from the Supreme Court, because it's a question of the date. When are we going to implement it? And it is not whether we can. The courts did say that we can. It is a question of when, and addressing one or two other issues that they list. So those are the issues that were of concern to us in the morning, and I want to thank you for your time. But we have Bwana Kanini, Director of Elections. He may want to say one or two things. I thank you.
Sawa, niseme tu kwa Kiswahili, niseme kwamba tumefedheheshwa sana na matukio ya jana kule Eldoret, pahali aliyekuwa waziri mkuu Raila Amolo Odinga pamoja na ujumbe wake walipigwa na mawe kiasi kwamba ndege ambayo ilikuwa imembeba ilipigwa mawe na kuvunjwa vioo. Tuseme kwamba hayo yanatukumbusha matukio yaliyotendeka hapa katika jamhuri yetu, haswa katika kaunti hiyo mwaka wa 2008, wakati wa Kenya wengi sana wasio na hatia walipoteza maisha yao, na walipoteza maisha yao makosa yao tu kwamba walipigia mtu fulani kura, hawakumpatia mtu mwingine kura. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri tuwaambie wale ambao tunapigana na wao kwamba kila mtu ako na haki ya kutafuta kura katika pembe zote za nchi hii yetu. Mkenya yoyote ako na haki kuishi pahali popote. Mkenya yoyote ako na haki ya kujihusisha na mtu mwingine yeyote wa Kenya bila kushurutishwa, bila kuhamishwa ama bila kupatiwa ilani. Kwa hivyo wale ambao wanaegemea upande ule wa UDA ni vizuri waelezo wakiongozwa na naibu rais kwamba njia hiyo ambayo tuliipita miaka mingi iliyopita ilikuwa ni njia ambayo ileta mashafuko katika taifa hili, ikaleta mfurukano katika taifa hili, ikaleta maafa katika taifa hili. Sisi kama wafuasi wa chama cha Jubilee na haswa wale wa Azimio tumesema kwamba sisi tutakuwa ni watu wa kuweka amani, na wale ambao ni wafuasi wetu tunawaomba wawe watulivu, wahakikishe kwamba yeyote atakaye kuja kuomba kura katika sehemu zetu, sisi tutapatia kila mtu nafasi ya kuja kuomba kura. Kwa hivyo tunawalai hata wale ambao ni wapinzani wetu wajue kwamba kila mtu ako na haki ya kuomba kura pahali popote. It is very, very unfortunate. You know, it is totally unacceptable that the former Prime Minister and his entourage would be stoned by people who can easily be identified, you know, basically because he doesn't belong to that particular outfit or political outfit. And we want to say and beseech our competitors, kindly allow each and every person to look for votes. The voter has a final word in the ballot to vote whomever they want to vote for, but you cannot force people to vote in a particular person. We also want to remind them that the activities of yesterday brings back memories that happened in 2008, where 1,300 plus innocent Kenyans were killed basically because they voted in a particular way. We want to condemn this one in the strongest term possible, and we also want to beseech the leaders of those political parties to apologize to the country and also ask the relevant agencies to take appropriate actions including IBC, because we cannot allow political intolerance in this country. It has brought deaths in the past, and we are not ready to repeat that. For us in Jubilee, we are very clear that our supporters kindly remain calm, conduct your politics in peaceful manner, allow each and every person who wants to campaign in our area, because basically we know at the end of the day it is through secret ballot that you will be able to elect the person that you want, not throwing stones, not hurling insults that we have seen in the past. For us, we are saying that we are upholding the rule of the law, and we also beseech our competitors to also follow suit. Thank you, Ohio.
Thank you so much. Asante sana. Thank you. The issues, the thing is that we have always had a board. So there is nothing like unveiling a board. We have always had a board. What was on the card was also familiarizing ourselves with the timelines that are there. And we are within a schedule. Our elections, our nominations will be between the 11th and the 22nd. Na hiyo mambo yote tuko katika raini. We are happy that we have been able to fulfill all the timelines that have been set by the Registrar of Political Parties. And again, like we have said before, we the number of aspirants that came on board, of again analysis going on, verification going on with the Registrar of Political Parties, but something that we are very happy about, kwa sababu watu wengi walioneshana kupenda kwao kutumia tikiti ya Jubilee kwenda mbele. Lakini kama vile tumesema, na kile vile tumesema, mambo ya nominations itakuwa kama vile sheria imeturuhusu kufanya, direct and indirect, na iko namna hiyo. Na si namna hiyo bwana. Kwani tunasema mtaandika tikiti hatujatoa kwa sababu we don't want to give dummy tickets. And we want to do an organized thing. There is no hurry. There are timelines that must be met. And it's not that we are not in a panic mood to start giving tickets all over kila pahali. Hapana, ni taratibu. This is the party that will set the way forward. Kwa hivyo, iko sawa. Mami. Within? So, zoning, like I said yesterday, zoning can only be done to ensure that we get the highest votes and we get the best of everything. And I want to tell you, as we conclude, the act that was amended the other day by Bunge helps this country in many ways, because it's not just being popular that gives you the ticket. We have seen how popularity of individuals has ended up with some very interesting candidates. So everybody now, you can be able to become the character of the party that you want. Asante sana. Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki. Wewe unaenda kulala kama hiki kurudi.